Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
And I'm Joey Black.
I'm going to read you a headline.
Ooh, headlines.
People are flooding the Broward County Jail's mailbox with fan mail for Parkland school shooter Nikolas Cruz.
Fan mail?
Fan mail.
Okay.
He's getting love letters, pictures, money for his canteen, offers of friendship and understanding, girls sending him scantily clad pictures.
What?
To a capacity described as, quote, piles of letters by Broward County Public Defender Howard Finkelstein.
What the fuck?
People are writing him to say, oh, I know you're misunderstood, and I don't know why, but I just wanted to talk to you. I just want you to know that you're not alone.
Should have done that shit before he shot up a school. Fuck yourself.
He fucking kills 17 people, and you're like, oh, you're misunderstood.
It's now because he's apparently reached that status that serial killers reach where they get fucking fan mail and shit. Not that he's a serial killer, because obviously he's a mass murderer. But yeah, no, he definitely does. I guess I didn't see that shit coming at all. He's not Charlie Manson.
Right. Well, people have compared this phenomenon to similar support received to Manson.
What the fuck?
Or the Menendez brothers.
What?
Who had women become their pen pals and eventually marry them.
That's crazy.
Or the Ted Bundy fans that would write to him because he was such a charming individual. This is liberal bleeding heart idiocy run amok. Sympathizing with a killer who shot children.
Right.
And I have to think, would Adam Lanza, the half-tard that fucking shot up Sandy Hook and killed 20 first graders, would he be getting fan mail?
I'm not sure.
But there's people fucking sending him support letters.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I don't get it.
There's a Facebook group called Nikolas Cruz, the first victim.
First victim?
Yes.
Victim, okay. So
comparing him to the people he shot.
Okay.
He's the first victim of Parkland. And, you know, they're banding together in support of the Parkland shooter because of, they don't want him to feel alone. They realize that he's been bullied and diagnosed with disabilities and has a mental disorder and was orphaned.
Sweet. Well, again, it probably should have been done ahead of time.
Well, they're flocking to this fuckwit and calling themselves #NikFam.
I don't know what to do besides shake my head.
Now, he hasn't read any of these.
Well, I would hope that they wouldn't even give it to him.
They have to pre-read the mail, though, to know it's coming in.
Right.
But he's on suicide watch, so he can't have his letters. He's separated, and he's in a concrete cell with a drain in the floor to poop in, I'm presuming, because I've seen suicide cells, and a suicide gown. It's a blanket with a head hole that you pretty much can't hang yourself with.
Oh, interesting.
One member of the NikFam is selling purple bracelets for $2 a pop on eBay, declaring justice for Nick, because he figures everyone is worthy of love.
God damn it. No. Some people, I'm not saying this person in particular, but some people do not deserve shit.
Well, and it's funny because they're sitting there like, well, he's so alone right now. He doesn't have anybody. He needs to know that he's support. Does he? He fucking killed a bunch of people.
Right. Support him before he goes on a shooting spree after he snaps.
Well, and then when he was shooting, he was doing it indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Just whoever the hell the bullets could hit. It wasn't a targeted attack where he was going after, quote, perceived enemies.
Sure.
Like a serial killer might sometimes go after a number of people they feel wronged them.
Sure.
Or you'll see somebody snap and have a total falling down moment where they start going after people they felt wronged them.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. But I just think to myself, is this where it's gotten? Is this like a new development or is it an old development? Because they say that there's people that did this for Manson and for the Menendez brothers and Ted Bundy. And I'm sure that Jeffrey Dahmer had some people trying to woo him. Yeah. And if Andrew Cunanan had not died, maybe they'd be like, oh, it's okay you killed Gianni Versace because you're just misunderstood. Right. Sorry you have HIV.
Yeah, I mean, I guess serial killers and big-name murderers like that have always had fan clubs. Gacy, Bundy, like you said, all of them. They all had people mailing them things or, giving them some sort of support. Like, shit, especially Manson. But
right.
I mean, and then they find something to do in jail to like paint or make music or something like that that keeps the fan base populated.
Make statues out of feces.
Yeah.
This one's the Velveteen Rabbit. Ooh. And he's a mass murderer.
Right.
Even if he was a serial killer, it'd be the same. We don't do this with like serial rapists.
Oh, no.
You think anybody's sending a bunch of "you're misunderstood" and here's a picture of me in my bikini" letters to fucking Darren Sharper?
No. Well,
I'd like to fucking think not.
You're right. Yeah, no, that's the thing is like, I mean, I guess today it's rape and pedophilia and shit like that is considered worse than murder.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it should be.
I guess I would consider it worse than murder as well. Like, fuck.
It's an odd quandary.
Some things are worse than death.
Well, you think anybody's writing love letters to fucking Danny Heinrich in prison? That's the guy that finally showed them where the body was and admitted to killing Jacob Wetterling.
Right. No. I don't.
Danny, it's not your fault that society's so mad that you killed Jacob. I mean, how could you help yourself? He was riding his bike in those little shorts and he looked so good.
Right.
Anybody in your position would have kidnapped him at gunpoint, driven him to a secluded area, and then made him strip naked and perform, quote, a sex act, and then shot him twice because the first one didn't kill him. You were just being you.
What?
Yep.
It's how God made you.
That almost sounded like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I mean, he is the one.
But no, totally. Yeah, it makes no sense.
You know, some lady sent 9 suggestive photos in one letter to Nikolas Cruz of her, like, cleavage, sticking her butt out, her in a bikini, you know, and he's accumulated $800 on his commissary account.
Fucking ballin'.
I guess, but he can't touch any of it because he
Right.
can't keep anything in the segregation suicide cell.
It's a fuck ton of ramen.
Man, that's a lot of honey buns. I mean, they can't give him colored pencils. He might start stabbing himself in the chest or in the eyes with them and try to kill himself.
Sure.
You give him a bar of soap, he might eat it.
Yeah.
And try to choke himself to death with it.
Well, he could do that with any food, though, too.
This is why...
He could run his head into a wall if he wants to.
This is why our justice system is fucked, because we're going to sit here and have a trial for this guy. Yeah. Even if he pleads guilty, and they go, okay, good, we can skip a trial and go right to sentencing. You're going to house him, and he's going to continue to have this level of celebrity, when clearly they should be marching him out to the gallows in the middle of town and fucking hanging him.
Yeah.
But even then, you might have some of these left-wing screwball bleeding hearts that are thinking, well, don't do it. He's a human being. You can't just take his life. He fucking took 17 lives.
Right.
God damn it.
And that's, yeah, I mean, taking lives is one thing, but then to let him sit and leech off of everybody and have him have all of his meals, shelter, everything all paid for with taxpayers' money is bullshit.
I mean, I guess if the fan club wants to fund the next 60 fucking years of his life behind bars,
let them pay for it.
And if they don't keep the money coming in, I mean, if the Patreon account goes down, then you don't get any more blankets or clean clothes or a shower or food. You're going to have to start gnawing off your fingers to sustain yourself. And that's if they don't fucking snap trying to climb the walls going nuts in that concrete cell because you got nothing to do.
Right.
I got to believe in other cultures they don't have this shit.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You just mean like the mass shootings or like...
I mean this cult of celebrity for fucking killers like this.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's tough to say. I guess I don't know.
Because you don't give... What's one of the most famous things about gang life is like, everybody's your family until you're on the inside and they never come to visit you.
Right.
Where's your homies now? And for some reason, I'm just facetiously picturing the Hamburglar behind bars. He might get one card once a year on his birthday, and it's a card with a drawing of a fucking hamburger inside. And it's like, love Grimace.
Meanwhile, Ronald's out there running his empire, not giving a fuck about the Hamburglar.
Ronald's like, hey, don't worry about what that motherfucker did. He made his bed. All right? Fix your face. Put a smile on. Come on, Birdie. Fry kids, don't you fucking cry for that stripe-wearing son of a bitch. I mean, we knew how this was going to end. It was in his name. Burglar. Burglar was in his name. He's no longer Harry. He's not the guy we knew. He's a convicted criminal. Serial robbery of fast food. He's stealing people's burgers. So don't you write him any fucking fan mail.
Yeah.
Rubble, rubble.
Can't steal people's burgers.
You know who this must just totally piss off? OJ.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people kept in touch with the juice when he was locked up.
Sure.
But, I mean, he's famous for getting away with killing people.
Yeah.
And to this day, they're still trying to put those specials out where, you know, OJ pretty much confesses on this special on Fox.
Right.
This interview from 2006.
Well, he released the book, If I Did It. And it was, I mean, come on. Come on. Unless he's just extreme level trolling everyone. And he's like, all right, fine, you're going to try me. I'm just going to fuck with the rest of you guys.
I didn't think of that because instead of just playing the angle where he maintains innocence and he's crazy,
right.
He's just like, I fucking know I did this shit. I'm going to mess with you people.
Right.
Every day is going to be the naked gun with you motherfuckers. The shit out of it. Yeah. You thought I was running on defenses. Wait till I run a train on all your fucking common sense. Let me make it appeal to reason. Shank. Fucking OJ. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You think that the people of Iraq would have written support letters to Saddam Hussein had we not hung his ass?
Probably.
Saddam, you're misunderstood. We know that you're keeping the entire region in check by being a horrible son of a bitch and killing people, but, I mean, at least you stopped the Arab Spring from him. It kind of makes sense when you think about it,
right.
Unfortunately. But the North Koreans are going to be like, Kim Jong-un is so great. If we shoot him in the head, and then the Koreas unify again,
yeah,
and then South Korea, basically, their government runs everything, you think they're going to be like, well, we should write letters to Kim Jong-un's family to let them know we're thinking about him. Like, dear family of Kim Jong-un, well, I hope you're doing well and your golf game is as good as it always was. I also hope you're still not pooping.
He just absorbs it.
And, we really think that the patriarch of your family was misunderstood, as was his father and then the father before him. You guys are really great. Thanks for all the starving us and the beating us and the killing people that spoke out against you. Yeah. Anytime somebody just wanted to, leave the country, you fucking shot them 5 times in the back. There are people currently writing letters to a man. He's a man. Legally he's a man, but he's got the mentality of a child, basically,
right.
Who shot other kids. Even if he's remorseful, he doesn't deserve this level of attention and fame and support. He should be on his own. He should feel like a piece of shit. He broke families.
Right.
I'm not even going to get into the stupid gun debate angle about this. He killed people. If he would have gone on a stabbing spree, it's the same thing. He fucking kills 17 people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think it was last year, or a couple of years ago, where, I think China had, some terrorist attack at a train station where a bunch of people ran through there with knives and stabbed, almost 200 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Happens all the time in China.
Yeah.
Because they don't have guns like we do.
Well, knives. I mean, humans are going to find a way to kill humans. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is.
But that doesn't mean that you should send them a fucking card with a Care Bear on it.
No,
and
absolutely
say,
not.
I saw you on the news and your eyes are so pretty. Women are telling him he's cute.
Right. No, I was just, I guess, taking a spin off almost on the gun debate portion that it's guns, knives, whatever, it doesn't matter. Poison. Humans are going to find a way to kill humans. Some of us are broken.
Slingshots.
Yeah.
Broken bottles. Large fucking rocks.
Just a big fucking stick. Yeah, exactly.
A huge friggin' guy threw a boulder on 20 people. Oh, God. So if you find yourself enamored with Nikolas Cruz, please go get your fucking head examined.
Oh.
Because he doesn't deserve your love or your support. He should probably be shot to death with the very same weapon he used to kill all those people. He doesn't deserve a life sentence. Just end him. Make it an example. The system is broke. And society is so fucking loopy right now that there are people that will do this kind of thing. And there's no fixing it.
No.
There's no magic just button you can push or switch to flip to make these people come to Jesus and have a realization, not literally to Jesus.
I was going to say, what the fuck?
to pull their heads out of their asses and see that they're supporting somebody who doesn't deserve your support. You should think about the chicken versus the egg argument, that if you would have been there for this kid ahead of time, if maybe the FBI would have done their job and social services would have done their job, he would have just been some other mentally sick fucker on a pill regimen getting civilly committed, and 17 more people would not have been murdered.
Right.
Think about that before you send him another happy birthday card or we love you, Nicholas. Please, people, bury your heads up to your neck in sand and cover your heads in honey so that ants can eat your eyes out, because that's what you deserve for having a heart about this guy.
Right.
Because he didn't care enough about anybody else. Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/What Do We Call It podcast show. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm Jmann.
And I'm Joey Black.
And that's the end.